Good morning. It's an honor and privilege to be able to speak directly to all the employees of the Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools, to share with you what we revealed last night to our community, and that is our look forward, the new strategic direction for the Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools. This new strategic direction has come about from my process of entry as the new superintendent of the Charlotte-Mecklenburg School District. And I hope as you have an opportunity to look through the materials that we're sending today, the booklet entitled To Look Forward, to the PowerPoint that was shared last evening, you've heard your voice and your suggestions incorporated into the new strategic direction of our school district. From the time I was first named as a superintendent, I made a commitment to come into Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools listening and learning. I made a promise to visit all 160 of our schools, to visit classrooms, to have a chance to talk to principals and teachers and support staff, as well as our parents and community leaders, to talk about what really is making Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools a strong school district and where do we know that we have areas that we need to improve. And so through this process of visiting 160 schools, having community meetings, many of which were directly for our employees, have helped shape the thinking in terms of where we have strengths that we want to build off of and where are areas that we need to improve. We have a current strategic plan entitled Teaching Our Way to the Top. And what I heard was that while many of our employees liked a lot of what was in that plan, they felt like they had not had an opportunity to have voice in that process. Matter of fact, that was one of the learnings from our recent morale and engagement survey, that too often in CMS we launch important initiatives or new strategies without having an opportunity to talk to our employees, to get your voice, to get your input, and then also explain the decisions that were made. That's something that we want to make sure that as we get ready to have a revised strategic plan, we're not going to do. That we are going to make sure that all of our employees and our community have a chance to weigh into that new strategic plan. And so last night what I shared were the 8 strategic goals that have come about from this process of listening and learning. Those 8 strategic goals start off with ensuring academic success for all students, having every student be prepared to graduate with a post-secondary plan. It speaks about our commitment to having great teachers in every classroom and schools led by great principals and having great support staff to ensure quality teaching and learning. It speaks to our commitment in Goal 3 to reaching out to our parents and our community in new robust ways to get their important involvement in terms of the quality of our schools. Our 4th goal speaks around culture, having a positive culture that reflects the importance of all our employees, that speaks to the need to have our students engaged and feeling safe at school, and our need to be culturally proficient to serve the students that we're honored and privileged to serve today. Our 5th goal is about continuing our focus on accountability, that we know as a school district we must be accountable and to speak specifically to the things that we need to do to measure and to improve performance. Our 6th goal is around choice, realizing that for every parent, the most precious commodity they have is their children, and to make sure that the local school is the school of choice, but that we have many other options and opportunities for our parents to stay in our CMS family of schoolings and offerings. Goal 7 is a commitment to using technology, not to replace the teaching and learning methodologies that we currently have, but to enhance them. No piece of technology will ever replace the quality of our teachers in our classrooms. But to make sure that we're having good professional development to enhance technology through our teaching profession and to use technology in new and innovative ways is exactly the way that we need to approach our technological solutions to ensure 21st century opportunities for 21st century learners. And then finally, Goal 8 speaks to our commitment to better communicate with our public, to earn the public trust. We know across the country that public education in terms of the way that people look at their local schools versus their local school districts, there's a disconnect. And that disconnect is certainly here in Charlotte-Mecklenburg. We have a great national reputation, but our local reputation, sometimes there's a disconnect. We need to own that. We need to think about responsibly to make sure that we are getting community input. Internal and external stakeholders have a voice in the direction of our school district, and that we constantly try to earn that public support. These are great times in public education, but challenging times as well. We know that there are great opportunities to do a better job with our 143,000 plus students. We can't stay where we are. There are too many changes happening across our country and across our state. But in Charlotte-Mecklenburg, we are a significant school district that has a voice in national and state initiatives. We need to be at the table, but we need to be at the table having listened to you, our valued employees. And so last night I got a chance to share all of these ideas. I got a chance to share not only those 8 strategic goals, but how we're going to move forward. And so what we're going to do is, as we have these 8 strategic goals, we are going to form 22 task forces. These task forces will be led by a community representative and a CMS representative. These 22 task forces will be available for people to provide input over the next several months. We will have town hall meetings where people on these task forces will be meeting, and they will have an opportunity to hear from our employees and our community. Through surveys and other methodologies, we will give you the ability to have a voice in what these task forces do and the ultimate creation of our new revised strategic plan. This will all happen at the same time as we're also working on our budget. But it will culminate in August with the finalization of our budget process, a revised strategic plan with a very, very important goal. We don't want a strategic plan that's put out there that people pick up and look at and say, well, that's nice or that's interesting, I wish I'd seen it ahead of time, but to have a strategic plan that our community, most especially our employees, feel like they had a vibrant, strong voice in its creation. That is our focus. That's what we're going to do. So I'm excited. I was pleased last night to share these opportunities with our community, and I'm pleased this morning to send these pieces of information to you. Over the next several months, we'll be asking you to be a part of this new strategic direction for CMS. And it is our goal that we're going to be making every decision every day for a better tomorrow for our students. Thank you for what you do each and every day, and thank you for what you will continue to do for the students of the Charlotte-Mecklenburg School District.